And here we are back again, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras. It is a second game of tonight's final in the Wednesday Go4SC2. It is Jimpo against Decemvre in the finals. Jimpo just took the first game on Zellnager Caverns, and here we are back again. It is Shakura's Plateau, it is cross positions. We have Jimpo spawning as the blue Terran at the bottom right. Shakura's Plateau is, of course, a Zerg friendly map, especially when you spawn on cross positions. So Decemvre here spawning as the purple Zerg in the top left should be feeling good about this, because when you're spawning next to each other, the Terran player can do some pretty nasty stuff with some siege tanks sieged up here, and with a small choke area of the ramp, he can abuse the long range of the and the splash damage of the siege tanks are very good, but that is not the case. So there are cross positions. We open up the production tab, we see hatchery first once again by Decemvre, and Jimpo, because of the fact that there was no double barracks opening, no early pressure, the couple of Marines and the Hellion he had to do some little harassment action was just not there in time, because Decemvre had some roaches of his own out. But in the end, in the late game, the unit composition of Decemvre was just not good enough. I mean, he had a shitload of banelings, he had a shitload of zerglings, he had a couple of mutas, but if the siege tanks are already sieged up and the Marine control is at least at a certain decent level, you can't do anything at all with pure Zergling, Baneling, Mutalisk and some roaches in the mix. It's just not good enough, and Decemvre failed to do some aggression otherwise, everywhere on the map, so no drops in the main, so no more Mutalisk harassment besides from 1-2 times, and expanding is good and stuff. But what is expanding good for if you get only the same units over and over again, which just get obliterated? For example, Decemvre lost about 30 Banelings and killed about 3 siege tanks. This is not what you want to call it, worth it. So I'm really curious if this time he might be advancing for some take. Of course, for example, the classic example is going for some Brood Lords. Brood Lords, of course, force the Terran player to get some Vikings, and as soon as he got enough Vikings, you just switch to Ultralists. And what really good is about the Brood Lords as well, those small Broodlings which spawn, trigger the splash damage, trigger the fire of the siege tanks, and you just can kill much more with a friendly fire when you take a Terran player who's got some siege tanks out on the field. So, and for example, some Infestors protecting the Brood Lords from getting obliterated by the Marines and stuff, but relying only on Marine Marauder, Baneling, Zergling, Mutalist and some Roaches is not good enough if you have a multi-base, a late game situation in the ZVT, especially on Zellnager Caverns, where the siege tanks are so effective. But let's do not talk about Zellnager Caverns anymore. Let's talk a little bit about Shakura's Plateau. There we see Jimpo going for the command center here at the natural expansion. This command center will be finished in 25 seconds. We see Decemvre having one spine crawler out there. Hellion tried to do some more damage. They were able to kill 2 more Zerglings. Let's take a look at those 2 Hellions. The one Hellion with the 2 kills, the other Hellion with the 2 kills as well. So didn't do that much damage in total. And of course, Shakura's Plateau. This is the only entrance to the natural expansion. Because there's of course the vector entrance. With vector entrance is Hellions take quite a long time to get rid of the vector entrance. Just say it this way. And we take a look at the harvester count. We see Decemvre already 13 ahead, 13 drones ahead at the moment, 41 drones, 28 SCVs, and he's building more drones. The only units he's got at the moment are no fighting units at all, if you don't consider a Queen a fighting unit. So he's only got 2 spine crawlers, and he's really going for the I have to macro some stuff up, and then I will be good. But Jimpo might be going for a drive-by. Might Jimpo eventually going for a drive-by? No, apparently he does not. He could have killed so much stuff, but now Decemvre got 22 Zerglings en route. The metabolic boost will finish very soon as well, so he should be safe against the Hellions. And Jimpo, of course, what did he do? He finished with 2 more barracks, scouted out with the Hellion what's going on. Oh, and this is not a scouting, this is actually a patrol scouting Hellion, so he knows what's going on at the 8 o'clock, what's going on at the 7 o'clock main as well. So he's got this 3 Hellions out here to see if there are any units of Decemvre moving out. Meanwhile, Decemvre started to get the baneling speed, the centrifugal hooks, going for the Spire as well. And by the way, I don't like that he doesn't have Overload above those destructor rocks, because Jimpo actually, if he decided to go for some weird push behind those rocks, even though this makes him very vulnerable in his main, it will not get scouted, spotted by Decemvre right away. So we see Decemvre started to spread the lava a little bit more. He needs to connect his 2 bases. We just saw a creep tumor somewhere on the map. Not sure where this creep tumor actually is right now. Here it is. He really needs to connect his 2 bases. It's really important, maybe for some possible Banshee play in the late game, maybe. And actually, it's very important to cover the whole main base with creep or with love, because their play is not spreading the creep; they're spreading the love. And so drone might be going for the hatchery, and yes, he wants to go for the double expansion, but the drone died to flames. Of the blue flame Hellion. And what is it? I'm really curious what the attack of the Hellion actually is called. Do we still have any Hellions on the field? No, we do not. So all the Hellions get taken out by the Zerglings. Is it the Infernal Igniter? Never mind. As soon as we see a Hellion, I want to check the weapon of the Infernal of the Hellion, because, for example, the Colossus has the thermal lance, and the upgrade is the extended thermal lance. So maybe the Hellions got the pre-igniter, and the upgrade, the blue flame, is the Infernal pre-igniter. Could be a possibility. At the moment we don't know, at the moment we don't care. We care about something else. Decemvre still not decided to, still not microed his drone here to actually build the hatchery. He's got enough minerals to do so. Now sending 2 Zerglings to those destructible rocks. He needs to have an overlord here at this location to see if those destructible rocks are attacked. Meanwhile, Jimpo is building a command center in his base. Once again, he's even building an armory in his base. Of course, the armory is a very important tech structure regarding the late game, especially in a ZVT, going for the 2nd engineering base. So it looks like someone wants to upgrade the shit out of everything, and of course the armory providing the possibility to go for more upgrades than the +1, and for the infantry units. So Decemvre now moving out with some Zerglings, now moving back with some Zerglings and Banelings as well. We see some mutas by Decemvre in production, actually 9 mutas, and those 9 mutas will be able to do quite some damage, at least to the unprotected spaces, but currently I'm looking for some unprotected spaces. Maybe this starport, maybe the barracks here in the east, maybe those supply depots, the SCVs in the east. But Jimpo at the moment doing a good job protecting his main base with turrets, not many vulnerable locations. Meanwhile, the command center for Jimpo just finished. He's moving it over there as a command center, not as an orbital command, so we most likely see a planetary fortress there. And now some Zerglings, some mutas are moving out, but siege tanks are in position. Missile turrets will be in position there as well very, very soon. So Jimpo doing a good job at moving out of his natural base to protect not only his natural but his 3rd base here at the 2 o'clock as well. So Decemvre now started with the hatchery, but the hatchery just got taken out by the forces, by the 8 Marines here of Jimpo. And yeah, I mean, Jimpo is really impressing me. He's really doing good. 16 more currently. Oh, all these SCVs, all these Marines get taken out in the. Oh, very, very, very good move by Jimpo. As soon as he saw the mutalisks, he decided to drop out the Marines, and he was able to kill 6 Banelings, triggering an explosion with 1 single Marine. So good job here worth some applause by Jimpo. And Decemvre was not paying attention. He was A-moving all of his units. He was not having his banelings on move command, and this really separates the good players from the really good players. And Decemvre going for the +2 for the mutas, for the 1 armor, 1 attack for the Zerglings and Banelings, going for 2 more hatcheries, once again building this hatchery, going for the hatchery here at the center location as well. And he did a really good job at spreading the love, taking out the mutas, the marines here at the Zellnager watchtower. He advanced with the creep spread so much. He can't advance anymore because the siege tanks have any possible future creep tumors just in range. So the only thing he can do now is go for some more tech, and finally he is doing it. He's going for the infestation pit. Meanwhile, when we take a look at the unit composition of Jimpo, marines, tanks, medivac, and that's it. Not anything else for the moment, but now he started the Thor. Thor will be ready in 10 seconds, and of course a Thor is a good unit to have in the mix. And now Jimpo decided to get rid of his own destructible rocks, and that's why I said Decemvre needs to have an overlord here to spot this, because he won't spot this in time. Actually, the first thing he will spot is if those destructible rocks are taken down. But now Decemvre, he got so many mutalisks. He got 32 mutalisks, now picking up all those marines here one by one. Jimpo stimming with all his marines, of course not being able to kill stuff. Decemvre picking off 2 siege tanks and doing a really good job at picking out the siege tank. Now he is aware of the destructible rocks being taken out, and looks like Jimpo does not want to move out to attack. He wants to move out to secure another base here on the smiley face expansion. So still the mutas are in here trying to do some damage. What about those marines? Are all in the yellow. They are currently not stimmed, so from now on I think Decemvre just can move in and roll over there, because if Jimpo stims those units once again, they will be dead so fast, and the mutas already with a +2 attack will do quite some damage there. So more Zerglings, more mutas coming in. Jimpo preparing for the main push here in the center of the map. Meanwhile, still nothing is going on here in the main. We see the hive will be finished for Decemvre right now, and now he's got the possibility to go for some Brute Lords, to go for some Ortralists, and more importantly, of course, get the level 3 upgrades. For example, get the Adrenal Glands upgrade for the Zerglings. He's going for the +2 very soon. It is finished very soon. The +2 for the mech will be finished very soon. Now Decemvre is moving in. The Rainlings rolling in, doing quite some damage, but not doing too much damage. In the end, it was enough for him because the Marines were so far away that the mutas were able just to clean up everything else. And with this really impressive mutalist force, 25 mutas still alive for Decemvre, he just took out nearly the complete forces of Jimpo. Meanwhile, Jimpo is moving out here next to this destructible rocks. He might be able to take those down as soon as possible anyway as well, and as soon as he took down those forces, he can be moving into the hatchery, and as soon as those tanks are sieged up, he might be able to do some damage. But on the other hand, it's not that many units what he's got at the moment. I mean, he's down to 150 supply, Decemvre is at 170 supply, and now he is moving out. And a lot of Zerglings now die to the destructible rocks, but he's moving out anyway. He still gets so many Zerglings, and the Zerglings attacking the marines, the Zerglings attacking the tanks as well. Mutalist clearing everything up, and Medivac with 8 marines in it goes down. Jimpo now trying to go for the double wall of Zerglings, getting rid of anything else. The Zerglings are in the base here of Jimpo before anything else can happen. Jimpo now moving back with his marines, with his tanks to his main base. More Banelings coming in by Decemvre. He's not exploding with those Banelings. He's rolling over the supply depots. Now he tries to find some marines, and there we see some more green action. Green goo is spilled on the ground. More marines die, but still he's got quite a lot of marines. 30 marines still left, but 30 marines are not enough for all those mutalisks to handle. So really impressive gameplay. Good choice by Decemvre, and what I like the most is they had even a late game plan. They had the Greater Spire finished, and but interesting game, intense game, and good job by Decemvre taking the second game. So this best of 5 just became a best of 3. So at least 2 more games coming up, maybe even 3 games.